Good morning, and welcome to another episode, a talent show powered by TTEC, Season 3, Episode 21. I'm your host, Leisha Bush, Global Senior Manager of Social Media. And to kick things off, I always come up with a question. So we have a new question today. Did you know that TTEC is celebrating its 40th anniversary starting next week? Did you know that? I'm waiting for those to say, of course, I knew that it was the 40th anniversary kickoff next week. But for those that did not know, guess what? You can actually join us in the celebration next Wednesday, October 26th through the 27th. So, yes, we're doing a 24-hour celebration. We will do a live stream on, guess what? LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube in the Philippines, Australia, Poland, Brazil, Mexico, India, Canada, and of course, the United States of America. So we are going to be doing a really great, exciting kickoff for the week on our social media channels where you can watch us on any of those three platforms I named. Our hosts will discuss TTEC's history, fun quizzes, and giveaways. So if you want to win some really fun prizes, you can do that. Make sure you join us. So you don't want to miss it. Please make sure to save the date, October 26th through the 27th, and we will be celebrating 40 years of smiles. You got to be there to help celebrate and kick things off with us. Of course, it wouldn't be a talent show episode without dropping where you're located. So no matter where you are across the globe watching us today, please drop in the comments where you're located. Also, if you have any questions for our guest, please put your questions in the comment section, and I will highlight some of those questions for him to answer live for you on this episode. Okay? All right. Let's get started on who our guest is today. Our special guest today is Arnab Kr. He is the Senior Vice President of APAC for TTEC Engage. Arnab is married with a son attending college. He is an avid diver, get that, a diver, and is part of a charitable motorcycle club. Wow, it looks like Arnab is really enjoying life, which is how we all should be doing, right? So let's actually have Arnab join us today. Hi, Arnab. How are you?
Hey, Lisha, how are you? Nice
Very,
to join this show.
very good. And thank you so much for staying up late for us and welcome. Um, Arnab, can you maybe start with telling us a little bit more about you?
That's a long story, but yeah, guess what? I'm excited to be part of TTEC. Just joined the group roughly 6 months ago, and I'm working with our awesome team members in the APAC region. Before this, I was with another PPO service provider for almost 21 years. So, other than this, what describes me is my life. I have a beautiful family, and I have some stuff on the side. You spoke about things earlier, following your passion. I drive, I dive, I partake in what makes me happy, which is, the ESG metrics of my own life, which is give back. So yeah, that's me. I'm back to college. That's one way of me saying, don't stop learning. There's always something that you can pick up and learn. Yeah, so that's me.
That's great. Well, we're so excited to speak with you today. And I know our viewers are also chiming in and saying they're excited to actually hear you. So can you maybe tell us and start with telling us a little bit about what you actually do in your current role with TTEC?
I have a lot of fun. That's what I do in simple words. But TTEC is a great organization actually if you want to kind of enjoy work and enjoy time with some fabulous folks who've been working in TTEC for a very long period of time. What do? I manage the APAC region. I manage the operations. I have some fantastic set of leaders who work in the entire region. So that's Philippines, India, Australia, New Zealand, and we bring customer delight. We bring happiness to our customers on the metrics that we have. Obviously, adding value to and adding value to our employees. So yeah, that's what I do in simple words.
So you said you're having fun. What is your favorite part of the job?
I'll tell you what it is. The last couple of weeks I've been driving out and meeting up with our colleagues in in all of our sites. And you know what, Lisha, that energy is just infectious. I think
Mhm.
that's the part that I was missing for the last 2.5 years. With COVID and the pandemic, I'm
Mhm.
so happy that we are, over that. I'm so happy to see some of our colleagues now coming back, and I'm loving this energy and the fun that it brings along with me in my life. That I'm able to reach out to my customers and my colleagues and see them bring magic, which is the best part of my life.
Yeah, and the Philippines, you speak of fun. Oh my gosh, the Philippines teams are they have a blast. I see it with our images we post on social media. The teams on site, they're always talking about how much fun they're having. So it's really good to see that, particularly now as we kind of transition back to being on site in certain regions. Now, in the APAC region, we did a name change, right, from Teletech to TTEC. Tell us a little bit on how that actually impact the region.
I think number one, the ethos, the values of the organization remains the same. We are still the same brand. We become more millennial. We become more funky in the way that we look and sound. It's a brand that has been around in the Philippines for the last almost 20 plus years, and we are kind of uh, redressing ourselves, kind of changing with the way that the entire space has been moving around. So, in short, I mean, I think we've stopped using long forms for everything. uh, Be right back has become BRB, and laugh out loud has become LOL, and similarly, Teletech has become TTEC. So we are with the times.
That's great. It's true, and I know, as you mentioned, we have a very strong foundation there in the Philippines for that name. So, but the transition, it seems like it's been going over very well, and it's easier to say T-Tech than so. Um, all right. So now ESG, which stands for those that don't know, stands for environmental, social, and governance, and it is a focus for T-Tech across the globe. What is APAC's approach on ESG?
I think this is a brilliant question, and probably a question that most organizations should probably sit back and think about. I think at TTEC, we have a very well thought through strategy around it. Uh, and it kind of, the rubber meets the road when you actually come to sites like Philippines. If you've seen the way the team drives its entire spectrum initiative, which makes us an equal opportunity employer, not only for uh, you know the the people that we actually choose and hire from, but also from the community that is largely deprived from some of these positions. We are very cognizant about people's choices. We are very cognizant about the direction people are taking with what they want and they don't in their respective personal life. And we as an organization are kind of staying in step with that. And I guess the entire spectrum program that we run within TTEC kind of brings that entire perspective to life. And I'm extremely proud at what our colleagues do on a day-to-day basis to kind of live this ESG dream. Uh, and lastly, I think there's something that really impresses me and surprises me on a day-to-day basis is the parity that we have within the organization on empowering women leadership, on taking up key leadership positions within an organization, right from our CEO all the way down. You will find it percolating in the way that we work. It's part of our values.
That's great. That's great. And I'm hearing in the comment section, Mumbai. Is there something that you can share about Mumbai?
Yay! So, you know what? Interesting news. We just opened up our brand new facility in Mumbai,
Yay.
uh, rocking facility. It's on the theme of cricket, something that I also enjoy and like. I'm actually going to be on the site in a week from now, and I'm looking forward to kind of officially welcome people and teams back on that in that site. So if anybody's there at that point in time, hook me up. I mean, let's have coffee, let's have tea, and let's have a conversation.
That's awesome. Now, a lot of our viewers are going to always want to know, what career advice would you give others, whether it be with TTEC or in general? What career advice would you give?
I'm just 45, so I don't know if I can give advice, but you know what? I'll try. So here it is. I think most of us, like me, started our careers very earlier, and we've spent a significant portion of our lives working. If I can give people some words of advice, I'll tell them, try to find a story in everything. The way you articulate your life sometimes define your perspective. So it's very important to have one and be able to articulate it. So invest in stories. Two, something that I probably never did when I was much younger was have some fun. Do live for the moment. COVID really taught us that it is important to connect with friends and family. It's important to create a strong work-life balance, probably blend it if needed, and give respect to the priorities of your life. And I think it's important that in our day-to-day lives, we tend to somehow forget that, and it's a very important. It's probably in that quadrant that we all learn. It's important but not urgent, and hence always gets slipped out. So yeah, I mean, spend time with your friends and family, and that kind of rejuvenates you back to be so much more better at work.
That's good. And my final question, which is what I ask all leaders, what would you tell your 21-year-old self? What advice would you give your 21-year-old self?
I think a couple of things. One, one real one and one quirky one. The real one would be, uh, I would tell myself uh, to not work for today, but work for the future. I think all of us get too bogged down on our current jobs, roles, and forget what the real goal of our careers and our lives are. I would push myself to put pen to paper to create that entire distinction between job and career. I myself, as you know, Lisha, spent almost 20 plus years in one organization. That kind of brings me back to think that, are you trying enough roles? Are you learning enough from your job? And if yes, and you're enjoying it, continue to do that. The quirky one, which is a more funny one, is that what I will tell myself when I was 21 years old is, if you see Bitcoin, invest in it.
That's so funny. That's awesome, Arnab. Thank you so much for joining us today. And if you guys have any additional questions, feel free to find him on LinkedIn, and he'll be happy to connect with you there as well. Thank you, Arnab, so much for joining us today, and we hope to maybe get you back on soon.
All right. You have a good one. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank
Bye bye.
you. Thank you. So, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed that conversation. Don't wait. We are hiring, of course, always hiring. So I'm sure you're wondering, well, what are they hiring for? Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you. So let's get into our hot job for this week that I'm sure you guys are wanting to learn about. So today we have our chat sales representative. It is a temporary remote opportunity, and it is at our location in Ahmedabad. So if you are willing to relocate, then you can feel free to apply for this position if you're in the area or willing to relocate to the area. Again, a chat sales representative, you can go on here. We're going to drop the link in the comment section for you to maybe take a look at and apply, or you may want to share with some other family and friends. But again, it is our chat sales representative. That is a remote opportunity for you, but we are looking for someone who eventually will be willing to live and work in our Ahmedabad location. So again, thank you guys so much for joining us. And I would not be remiss to sit without saying our 40th anniversary celebration is next week. Don't forget to join us. We'll be live streaming again on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook all at the same time. And all of our regions across the globe will be live. So no matter where you live, whether you are in the US or you are in India or the Philippines, we have a live stream for you for this 40th anniversary celebration kickoff. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Have an amazing, wonderful weekend. We'll see you at the next talent show in 2 weeks on November 3rd. Thank you.